It gives me great pleasure to join you on this auspicious gathering of Clean Cooking Week 2023 under the theme towards universal access to clean cooking solutions.
One of the idea and the purpose of these is to ensure that we are able to really educate the masses about the importance of adopting the clean cooking solution.
I first encountered an improved cook stove when I was very young because it was done by my dad in our kitchen. Looking back at that stove, I think that thing was nowhere. It was nothing. You cannot call it improved. By the end of your cooking, it left all the walls were black.
Other than resources is mindset. We should not look at it as a privilege. We need to look at it as a basic need. And that is why as Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, we are on the forefront on LPG, biogas, and also we have an SDG goal of ensuring that Kenya has 100% access to electricity by the year 2030.
This theme emphasizes our collective quest toward promoting clean and sustainable, affordable and accessible cooking solutions.
Regarding to the promotion of clean cooking, Kenya Energy Compact aims to have 100% use of clean cooking stove by 2028. And I understand the Kenyan National Clean Cooking Strategy is currently being prepared as its roadmap.
The focus of the German-Kenyan Development Cooperation and also the Climate and Development Partnership that was concluded last year is to work towards the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Agreement.
We express our profound gratitude to the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum and the Clean Cooking Association of Kenya for organizing this monumental event, and to Her Excellency Governor Susan Kihika for hosting us in this beautiful county. The lack of access to clean cooking is a huge, often forgotten crisis that disproportionately impacts women and children particularly, who bear the brunt of domestic tasks and comes with significant health, social and environmental costs.
Reliance on solid biomass for cooking is a major contributor to deforestation and emission of greenhouse gases. About 59% of our households in Kenya still use traditional fireplaces for cooking.
Under the Paris Agreement, Kenya committed to reduce its greenhouse emissions by 30%, where clean cooking is expected to contribute approximately 14% of this target. Kenya has formulated a progressive energy policy and enacted a robust Energy Act 2019, geared towards the provision of affordable and sustainable energy services, including clean cooking.
While these methods have served us well in the past, they now present a grave threat to our environment and our health. The burning of solid fuels for cooking contributes significantly to deforestation, air pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions. Deforestation exacerbates the effects of climate change, destroys natural habitats, and endangers biodiversity.
So for us to be here, we supported the Clean Cooking Week, and we embraced the work of the Clean Cooking Association of Kenya and what they have been able to do over the years. They have the buy-in from the government, and for us to be able to see even the executive attending this Clean Cooking Week, that tells us that there's already that buy-in, but there's need now for accelerated efforts, not necessarily for acceptance that this is an issue that needs to be addressed, but you also need to see the government putting more public investments to ensure that the solutions are deployed within the cities, and also especially for the marginalized communities and the people coming from the vulnerable groups.
So we act as, I guess, orchestrators of this transition towards the electrification of cooking. We coordinate different stakeholders. We try to bring together those from the electricity access sector because they see a huge opportunity for clean cooking, not just improving their business model, bringing them more revenue, but also increasing their customer satisfaction. And a happy customer is a good customer for them.
Within the program at GIZ of Energy, Transport and Climate Change, we are currently implementing over 15 projects, both at county and at national government level. Out of those 15, 3 projects are actually focusing on clean cooking technologies. So this is the Energizing Development, the ENDEV project, which focuses on promoting adoption of high-end cooking solutions such as e-cooking and bioethanol. Also improved cook stores for social institutions and also for small and medium enterprises.
Stabilizing the concentration of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere and preventing global warming is the common challenges for all humankind.
So with the avenue of solutions that are available for you, there are those that some women can be able to access just from the funding on the table. But then we also have a specific clean cooking loan product, very affordable, that we then extend. So
some of the challenges I can recollect includes the high upfront costs of the clean cooking technologies. If you look into the LPG, you look at electric cooking, many of these technologies that we're introducing in the clean cooking market, they are things which the ordinary person cannot afford. And therefore, they need to come with a package of how you can break up the costs so that a person who is earning low income is really able to accommodate the cost of this technology and fuel comfortably without disrupting their lives.
The starting point is to do need-based planning, starting from where the communities are, understanding their preferences and the choices of cooking, and try to bring solutions that can work from that level.
One exciting thing that has been happening within the clean cooking sector is the ability to leverage carbon finance to help underwrite access. And we think about that, I think, in 2 ways. One is accessing carbon finance as a way to strengthen a business or community's viability for a project. I think the second piece around the affordability is the fact that clean cooking is maybe one of the few sectors that is actually passing on those benefits to households.
So as UNDP, we are keen to support 500 million people globally by 2025 to be able to access clean energy. And in that clean energy involves clean cooking, the clean cooking agenda as well. That's part of our broader strategic plan. But also because of the challenge of climate change, UNDP has one of the largest global offers to support governments to be able to implement their climate ambitions. And for countries like Kenya, clean cooking is part of that climate change agenda. Given that the country has a huge population, especially from rural areas that are still dependent on biomass. So under what we call the climate promise, UNDP is supporting governments translate those pledges into actual tangible impact on the ground.
Giraffe Bioenergy is on a mission to create rural bioeconomies, increasing livelihoods and creating sustainable development. How we do that is by integrating cassava agriculture and ethanol manufacturing technologies, addressing the lack of domestic production of clean cooking fuel.
Climate change is a common issue that our international community must work together to tackle. Kenyan government has submitted its nationally determined contributions that aims to reduce greenhouse gases emissions by 32% compared to business as usual by 2030.
I would say this Clean Cooking Week has been even bigger and better than those that have come before it. So for all of those who didn't make it here this time, please do come and join us next year. And I'm sure that electricity in particular is going to play a very important role in helping us to get to clean cooking in every Kenyan household by 2028. We need to work together and we need to make sure that these plans are implemented. We are also happy to support the national clean cooking energy transition strategy, and combining all these under the Ministry of Energy to be implemented. This will provide the much needed traction to achieve our goal.
It's important for households to see it not only as a cooking device, but as a household welfare device. It's good for the climate, it's good for your health, and it's good for time savings, and ultimately sort of end-to-end is beneficial to you, to your community, and to everyone around you.
So Mama Doing Good is an organization registered in Kenya that works with grassroots women. We do have a 30% allowance for men, but our target population is ideally women and youth. And we are structured around 3 strategic pillars, right? So the first one is women's economic empowerment. The next is environment and climate action. And the last is called faith diplomacy.
Energy Act, it requires us to do the INEP, Integrated National Energy Plan. This plan is actually going to have 5 segments. One is electricity, dealing with power generation, transmission, distribution, retailing, the power trading across the region. The other one is going to be energy access, electricity access, and also clean cooking access to these areas. The other one is energy efficiency. The fourth one, bioenergy. And then the fifth one is the resource assessment. What is our resource potential in Kenya?
Kenya has already pronounced itself and set up targets for universal access to energy by 2030. It has also set a target to reach clean energy by 2023, so that all our green is going to be green from renewable sources and other clean sources. And then we also set a target to be able to achieve clean cooking by 2028. So these strategic objectives, which are national objectives, they afford us the opportunity to concretize our ideas, concretize our efforts, and also financing towards achievement of the same. So we are aiming then to do that, and all these other strategies are geared towards reaching this national objective. And also in our formulation, we have seen it is not only a government affair. We're looking for support, and we are facilitating the private sector so they can take part and help us to be able to accelerate the adoption of clean cooking, adoption of clean energy.
I think Kenya hosting the African Climate Summit and putting itself forward as a climate leader is incredible. I think the government has shown they're open to hearing feedback, and I think we're all learning together. So I think it's really important to start to put those regulations on the book, but to be able to evolve them as our technologies evolve, as our business models evolve, and as our thinking around this evolves and new science emerges.
With these remarks, I would like to come to an end, and on behalf of the German operation, I'm happy to join you here for celebrating the 4th edition of the Clean Cooking Week.